You ever want to work out at little to no cost? Let's talk fitness. Working out is a big, scary subject, right? Not really. When you separate into three categories, motivation, cost, and knowledge, it really doesn't seem all that bad. So, what if there was a way for you to work out at a low cost and be taught how to do it all? Well, lucky for you, there is. I have created a 7-day workout program that will help you get fit for free. All you gotta do is follow along, stay committed, and you'll start seeing results in no time. On day 1, we're starting off with arms and a core workout. Let's go see what we gotta do. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with the push-up. Starting off, you want to keep your arms straight. You're going to angle your back but keep it straight. Plant your hands firmly on the ground, and only your toes are going to be touching the ground. So now we're in the second part of the push-up. We've lowered our body down, still keeping our back straight. Our forearms are also straight, still only our toes are touching the ground, and our hands are still flat on the ground. And this is what the full movement looks like. Now we're moving on to the sit-up. We're angling our calves slightly and creating a V shape with our thighs, keeping our back straight on the ground and crossing our arms on our chest. Now we're starting our upwards motion. We're going to try to keep our legs in the exact same position. We're now starting to lift our back off the ground and keeping our chin in front of our chest. This will work on the abs. Now we're in more of a sitting position. Again, keeping our legs in the exact same position. Our back should now be fairly straight, all while keeping our chin in front of our chest. We will now do the same motion but going downwards. And this is what the full motion looks like. On day 2, we're going to be hitting legs, and we're going to be hitting them hard. Let's go check out what we got to do. We're going to start off by sprinting 50 yards and then sprinting 50 yards back. We're going to repeat the first step and repeat the second step, coming back. We're now going to be doing suicides, running 25 yards forward, then running 25 yards back, running 50 yards forward, then running 50 yards back, then running a full 100 yards forward, and then 100 yards back. Moving to the karaoke, you're going to start off standing up. You will then cross your leg in front of your other, while slightly angling your body forward. You'll now come back to a standing position while still in motion, keeping your back legs straight, and your front leg still in motion. You'll now cross your back leg, doing the opposite of the first step. And this is the full motion. We're now going to be doing jumping squats. We will start off keeping our legs straight, also keeping our back straight, and holding our weight straight out in front of us. We will then start the second motion. The second motion being crouching down, still keeping our arms and weight out in front of us. Then we will continue with the jumping motion, straightening out our body completely while in the air. Our legs must remain straight, still keeping our weight out in front of us. And here you can see the full motion.
Day 3 consists of arms and back. Let's check it out.
So, we're going to be starting off with hip thrusts. We're going to be keeping our calves straight and making another V shape with our thighs. And yet another V shape keeping our back straight. We're going to rest our weight in our crotch area. And we will always keep our butt off the ground, all whilst keeping our feet flat on the ground. We will then continue into our second motion. We're going to keep our calves in the same position, but we will now be straightening out our back, pushing the weight upwards, all while still maintaining the flat feet. And we want to straighten out our back on whatever it is you're using. Here you can see the full motion. Next, we're going to be doing the bear crawl. We start off with our back straight, standing up. Then we get down on all fours with our knees off the ground. We're going to be preparing for a forwards motion, lining up our calves and our thighs at a 90-degree angle. With our hands out in front of us on the ground, we will then move one foot close up to our hand, with our heel off the ground preparing to push forward, and also moving our head in front of our hands. We will now move the same hand forward as our leg, keeping our hand straight on the ground, and we will continue this forward motion. Here you can see the example.
On day 4, we're going to be working out our legs and our butt. Let's go see it. Let's go see the workout. Okay.
So, starting off the farmer's lunge, we want to be standing straight up while keeping our weights at our side. We will then continue with a forward lunge. Here you can see the example. We will now be moving on to the pistol squat. Start off, you want to angle your calf so your foot is under what you were sitting on. Your opposite leg will be pointed straight out in front of you, and the same arm on that side will be also pointed out in front of you. You will load your back preparing to stand up, and keep your weight around your ear, all while maintaining a flat foot on the ground. We will now start the second motion, which is standing up. Still our foot is flat on the ground, as well as our leg is in the same position. Our thigh will now be angled upwards, and our opposite leg will angle downwards as we carry our motion. Our butt is now off whatever you're sitting on, and our arm is still straight out in front of us, as well as the weight still being at our ear. The third part to this motion is just standing straight up with our legs straight, as well as our second leg straight. Our back must be offset from our leg, and our arm still out in front of us. We will now start our downwards motion, continuing the same steps that we learned before. And here you can see the full motion. Now onto the box jump squat. We start off standing up with a completely straight body, our weight out in front of us. We now begin our second motion. We first angle our bodies forward, still keeping our weight out in front of us. We must load our calves and our thighs, preparing to jump forward. We have now completed our jump, landing with our feet flat, and our calves will now be at a 90-degree angle in relation to our thighs, and we still will keep our weight in front of us. We now stand up, preparing for our squat, keeping our legs straight, and we now apply the same concepts as we learned in the jumping squat before. Here you can see the full motion. Here we are doing regular squats. We can apply the same concepts we learned while doing the jumping squats.
Day 5 is going to be a pure cardio day. Let's go see what we got to do.
As stated before, this day consists of a 5-kilometer run and walk back. I found it very useful to map out my trail beforehand to figure out where I needed to go, using Google Maps.
This workout program is based around body weight exercises, which means there's no need for an expensive gym membership or any expensive equipment. Just as a little side note, in case you're wondering, I used these 2 pieces of wood as weights. They cost me absolutely nothing. I went and asked a neighbor to use them, as he was using them before to keep his car in place in his driveway, as well as this bench behind me. Now, the only reason I used that was for the ease of the video, so that I can explain to you exactly how to do the workout, so that you wouldn't get confused. To do this workout, you can use many other things. The best example would be a couch. So, now that this video is coming to an end, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and wish you good luck in your future training. Have a good one.